Dish with the Daily Mail. Let's bring in Alicia Quarles, who is joining us now live to talk about that big bombshell interview. Hello, good morning to you in New York, Alicia.
How are y'all?
We're
Great.
good. How
We're
are
ready
you?
to go.
Were you processing this as we were last night? I said at the top of the show that it's been a very long time since I've heard friends say, I got to be home by 7 to watch something, right? Appointment television. It's also been a long time since we've watched an interview where we really didn't have a full sense of where it was going to go and found ourselves still talking about it the morning after. How do you feel about it?
1,000%. I think I'm still in shock from the interview. I didn't, they said no holds bars, but going in, I really didn't expect some of those bombshells. The fact that she was suicidal, or the fact that somebody in the royal family was worried about her kids' skin tone. I mean, everything about it was just shocking. And it's Oprah doing what she does best. She really got those nuggets out of Meghan and Harry.
Well, when we talk about mental health, the part that was so, and I think that's why Oprah kept asking her about it, was so hard to understand, was that she was just saying, I would like some help and some resources to deal with this. And it's my understanding that they just basically said, no, we've all had it hard.
You're spot on. They said no, and they said basically when you join this family, you're here to work. It's an institution, and they don't want anything that's going to, take away from that. I think addressing your mental health is very important, but they saw it as a flaw.
Well, let's play part of that interview, Alicia, and then we'll continue the conversation.
But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it, and I just didn't want to be alive anymore. But I knew that if I
didn't want to be alive anymore. And you know what struck me, Alicia? Because Prince Harry said he saw history potentially repeating itself. He's talking about his mom and how the institution, as it were, drove her to places of poor mental health where she didn't want to be alive. And ultimately the case could be made that the paparazzi chasing her and being without protection led to her death. Can you imagine if this young man, Prince Harry, who lost his mother, also loses his wife and then has a son who doesn't have a mother, just like he didn't have a mother? I mean, I'm thinking about all of that as I'm watching it.
Well, it's true. And if we don't learn from lessons of the past, history will repeat itself. So I think after watching the interview, you have to applaud them. At first I didn't know what to think, but he obviously left to save his family. That's what's most important to him. So, I applaud him.
Alicia, there was this strange comparison, but after you watched the interview, it made sense when Meghan compares herself to the Little Mermaid, saying she met her prince, fell in love, and literally lost her voice. It was, if you didn't see the interview, it sounds very abstract, but I think after seeing it, you really understand, my gosh, she did.
She really did, and it's actually trending on Twitter, this analogy you're talking about, because people want to know if she's comparing herself to the Little Mermaid, who's her Ursula, right? Who is it the queen of the Ursula situation? So really people are trying to figure this out. Yeah, she lost her voice and then found it again.
She picked up the phone and she called Harry and she said, "You poor unfortunate soul."
Oh my gosh, poor unfortunate soul, this is right.
It does make you wonder though, because he sat there and he talked about how his father stopped taking his calls. Not a good look for Prince Charles. Well, he would have been the future king. William, who is going to be the future king, he said, "I love my brother to bits, but he's gone in a different path." And when all was said and done, he said, "I love my grandmother. We have a great relationship." Now, the monarchy is run by the monarch. She's the monarch. Does she not have the last say, or is she so caught up in an institution that's bigger than she is that she has no control either?
I think she's caught up in an institution that's bigger than she is. 90 some odd years old. She was doing the same things forever. And to your point earlier about Diana, that was Diana's whole issue, that she felt like nobody in the family genuinely cared about her. Nobody had her back. So I think grandma's caught up in it too. And, it's just going to be hard for her to change her ways now.
She's caught up with it. I guess I keep going back to it, Alicia, though, and Oprah wasn't able to get this answer. Like, who? But then who's to blame? Who is saying you can't have mental health help? Who is saying, there's still questions at the end of it.
Yeah, just because they kept saying senior officials. So that would have to be, right, Philip, the Queen, or Charles. Really, Philip doesn't have the power, so it's probably the Queen or Charles.
Or again, a contingent of people who are empowered in ways that we don't see, who even control the Queen. I think that's, well, believe me, that's the beginning of that next conversation in the tabloid. Because they talked about how they have Christmas parties for the tabloids so they can manage which stories make it in the tabloids and which don't, which now you're left to believe all those negative stories about Meghan, they didn't care if they made headlines. They wanted them to. Oh my gosh, we could dish forever.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Alicia, thank you so much. Great to see you. Have a great week, and we'll chat with you on Friday.
Thank you.
A reminder, Daily Mail is weekdays at 11 here. You just stick around right after our show, and you'll get the dish with the Daily Mail.